YouTube channel SK Tech. In today's video, we are going to discuss about map interface, and we are going to cover what are the map interface, why and when to use the map, how to create the map and methods of the map. Okay, so let's begin. So first let's understand the hierarchy of the map interface. So basically we have seen in our previous video collection interface. So map interface is similar to the collection interface. It is also a part of the collection framework, but yes, it is not the extension of the collection interface. It's a separate interface which is going to provide the facility to store the value in a key value pair. Like in all the collection interfaces, we see that we were able to store the element, different types of the element in the different types of the collection, like list interface, set interface, queue interface, where we are directly storing the value. But in case of the map interface, we are going to store the value in a key pair. Okay, so like key and value pair. So this is what it is going to store. So let's see what are the classes available. Since this map is an interface, so there must be some classes that is going to implement this map interface. So basically if you see that the implementation classes is nothing but the hash map, linked hash map and tree map. So this classes is going to provide the similar functionality which is available in the set interface, or you can say list interface, but in a different format, because there we are storing the value directly. But in case of the map interface, we are going to store the value as a key and value pair. So according to this different classes implementation, it is going to provide different kinds of the implementation. So we will see one by one. So first let's understand what is actually a map interface. So map interface is a part of Java collection framework, but it does not inherit the collection interface. It's a separate interface available inside the collection framework. So as we have discussed, map can contain key and value pair, right? In that, map cannot contain duplicate. So this is the important point, and each key can map to at least one value. So it is going to store the value in a key and value pair, where key will be unique and value could be anything, but each key will be mapped to the one value only. Okay. Next important point is like each key at most must be associated with one value. That's what we have seen. Next important point is like each key value pair of the map are stored as a map.entry object. So basically map.entry is nothing but it's the inner interface of the map interface. So whatever the value that we are going to store, it is going to store as a key and value pair, and this key and value pair is nothing but going to be stored as a entry set. We will see what is the uses of this map.entry set and how it is going to use, what is the advantage. So basically in the time of iterating the map, this is going to be very helpful. Next important point is like Java platform contains the three general purpose map interface implementation. Like we have seen in our previous diagram, hash map, tree map and linked hash map. So these are the implementation classes which is going to implement this map interface and going to provide different kinds of the functionality. So what are those functionality? So at the high level, order of the element, if you see, the order of the element is different in the different kinds of these classes, but this similar to the set interface. We have seen like hash set, linked hash set and tree set. Similar to that, order of the element in a map is implemented dependent on these three classes. So like hash map does not maintain any order of the element. Linked hash map maintain the insertion order of the element, whereas tree map place the element according to the supplied as a comparator, because we know that comparator is an interface which is going to provide the sorting functionality inside the tree map. So tree map is going to arrange the element in an ascending order. Then how it is going to arrange the element, either based on the key or based on the value, we will see with the help of the example. Okay. Next important point is like inside the map we will be having key and value. So there are different types of the methods available. Basically there are three methods available inside the map, which is most important or which is going to be used frequently. Like we know that map stores the value in a key value pair. So let's say we want to get all the keys available inside the map. So there is a method called key set. This is going to return all the keys available. Similar to that, there is a method called values. this method is going to return all the value available in the map. And similar to that, if you want to return all the key value pair, then there is another method called entry set, and this method is going to return all the pair of the method, and each pair will contain key and value. So these are some basic important points that we have to know about the map interface. Okay, now let's see some couple of the example why and when to use the map. So basically, one important point here is like map are perfect to use for key value association mapping such as directory. So you know that in a directory we will be always storing some key and value. So similar kinds of the scenario we can use for this map. Next use case we can see in our project is like map of error code and their description. Like we know that there are multiple error codes and there could be some description like 202 created, 200 okay, 404 page not found. So let's say we want to store the key error code methods. So those kinds of information we can use the map. So in those kinds of scenario we can use the map where we can store key as a error code and their description as a value. Another use of the map is can be map of zip codes and their city. Let's say zip code, according to the zip code there is a city name. So if we want to store this information, if we go with the traditional one, then we need to use the two separate variable. One variable is to store the zip code and another variable is used to store the list of the city. But let's say we want to associate the relationship between the zip code and cities, then it will be very difficult if we are going with the traditional. But if we are using the hash map, it will be very easy because in map we can store the value as a key and value pair. So according to the zip code we can store their value. So it will be very easy for us to get all the information based on the zip code, based on the city. Okay. And another example we can say like map of manager and their employee. So each manager will be associated with some employee, right? Similar to that, each code is associated with specific city. So in those kinds of scenario we can go for the hash map, or you can say map interface. So these are some couple of the example where we can use the map. And why we will use the map? Because if we are not using the map, it will be very difficult for us to manage the relationship between each and every component. Like in case of the class and student, we know that each class, like each key associated with the list of the student. So if we want to establish the relationship, or you can say if we want to store this information in a separate variable, then we need to do some extra operation where we need to perform to identify which class, or you can say the list of the student which is associated with which class, CS branch, EC branch or other branch. But if we are using map, it will be very easy for us to store each key, or you can say each class information and their associated class as a key value pair. So these are some couple of the example. There could be another example also, but these are some couple of the example where we can consider using the map over the list interface or set interface, or you can say any collection interface. Okay. Now let's see what are the methods available inside the map interface. So similar to the any other collection, map also contain list of the method, and this method implementation is going to be implemented by their implemented class like hash map, linked hash map and tree set. So these are some of the methods that I have listed down from the IntelliJ. So basically there would be one method called get that is going to be expect some key, and based on the key their associated value it is going to return. Similar to the get, there is a method called put. Using the put method we will be able to insert the record. So we know that map can contain the key and value pair, so we need to provide both key and value. Then another method available inside the map is like clear. So this method is useful when we want to clear all the information available inside the map. Then next method is like entry set. So as the name suggests itself, what it is going to do, it is going to return all the entity set, means all the pair of the entity available inside the map. So all the entity in the sense each entity will contain key and value. Next method is size, to determine how many size are there available inside the map interface. Compute if absent, compute if present. These are the methods that are available inside the Java 8. So basically we will be discussing more about this method inside the Java 8 discussion. So as the name suggests, compute if absent, compute if present. So this method is going to be helpful. Let's say we want to insert the value. Before inserting, we want to check it. So compute if present, it means that if you are going to insert some key and value, so before inserting it is going to check if this key is not available, then only it is going to insert the value. Similar to the compute if absent, compute if present is going to check the key. If key is present, then only the new value is going to be inserted. So basically we know map can contain the unique key. So in this case, what it is going to do, it is going to override it. Let's say we want to store some new value for the existing key, then we can use this one, and this is helpful if we want to check first if key is available, then only we want to update it. If key is not available and then we want to insert the value, then we can use the compute if present. We will see with the help of example also. Okay, similar to that, there is a method called contains key and contains value. So contains method we have already seen. So similar to that, if we want to check specific key is available or not, then we can use contains key method. Similar to that, if we want to check any specific value is available or not, so we can use contains value. Similar to that, equals method, for each method, get or default. For each is like again a Java 8 concept. We will be discussing more about as part of the Java 8 concept. Get or default, this method is similar to the get only, but here one advantage is like we can provide the default value. So how it is going to useful, we will see with the help of the example, but as per the naming convention is like get or default. So we need to provide some key which we want to get the value, and if value is not present, let's say, and we want to get some default value, in those kinds of scenario we will use it. And this is also useful in case of handling the null pointer exception. Let's say we are using the get and we are trying to get some specific value based on the key, and if the data is available, it is going to return it. If data is not available, it is going to return null. Okay, but in this case, if the data is available, it is going to return. If data is not available, it is going to return the default value which we have provided. So these are very helpful when we want to return some default value if the data is not present. Okay, similar to that, hash code method is empty. Is empty, you know, when we want to check the map is empty or not. Key set. So similar to entry set, there is a three method that we have discussed like key set. When we want to get the all the key available inside the map, similar to that, value method also will be there, which is going to basically use like we want to get the all the list of value available inside the map. Then replace all, remove all. So as the name suggests itself, it's like when we want to remove the element, when we want to remove based on the key, when we want to remove based on the key and value pair, when we want to replace from key to some value. So let's say this method is useful when we want to do the update operation. So we need to provide which key we want to update the value. So we need to provide the key and their updated value. Okay, so there are a bunch of methods available inside the map interface. We will be discussing all of the method in their implementation classes. That's all for today's video. In next upcoming video, we are going to discuss all the implementation classes of the map interface. So stay tuned. We'll meet you soon. Thank you.